Hello, everybody. Welcome on into baseball. Welcome back to baseball here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. I'm Sean, and I need to take this hoodie off, even though I want to wear it, because the freaking headphones are going to bug me. All right, here we go. We're taking a hoodie off. We have 4 games of action for you today. Thanks for joining me. I should have prepped better, but I put those headphones on late, and here we go. All right, that goes there. And these go on here, and now this part of the cord doesn't get stuck on my hood and drive me nuts all night long. All right, 4 games of action today. We have the Guardians and the Tigers, the Braves and Nationals, Diamondbacks, Mets, Blue Jays, Athletics. We have a bunch of funkiness in the schedule where teams are starting 4-game sets on Friday, and they're also ending 3-game sets on Fridays. The schedule is weird, so I try not to double up if I can help it, and I was able to find 3 new series and 1 that we hadn't picked yet. So let's jump in. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's also not what I wanted. What was that? Oh, backyard baseball. That's what I want. There we go. View today's games. It's actually... No, they're 5 and 7. They're 5. Oh, an 8-0 up there. C.J. Wilson and Jeremy Hellickson. Yeah, Hellickson. It's your pitching matchup today, boy. C.J. Wilson with that facial hair, you might as well call him 0-3. Yeesh. He really went with the double strip. Ugh. Ugh. Oops. Dropped a penny. All right, let's check the score here. As we jump in, it's yesterday. No score in the Packers-Eagles game. All right. Well, welcome to Detroit for the first of 4 games today on the channel. We stream this 5 nights a week. So if you would like to see more, subscribe. Do all that stuff. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Happy Monday to those of you who are, I'd say celebrate, but no one's celebrating Mondays over here except for Snowbike Mike. Gotta get back to the start of the work week. Nope, that's not what people want. We actually had some pretty fun games yesterday. Adam Jones, our player to watch, only with a 143 average, so. We had two walk-offs yesterday. Cleveland has Raji Davis, the center fielder, leading off, followed by Victor Martinez, the catcher. Left field is Carlos Gonzalez, first baseman Matt Laporta, right fielder Michael Kadire. Oh, that's that name. Meiser Istruis? Lastings Mildridge, Eric Iber, Brent Morrill. The bottom half of that lineup, C.J. Wilson has a 9 ERA in 2 games, an 0-2 record, 4 innings, 6 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. You know what? We need to avoid Cleveland just because I can't pronounce half the names in their lineup. Raul Ibanez. Will Venerable. Joe Mauer, that's right. Raji Davis, a 250 average. 1 RBI, 1 stolen base as we get set to open up the action here. The last game brought the tying run to the plate. It was an exciting day of action yesterday. Seattle walked it off on Sunday. We get to watch the Mets again, which is exciting. They've won 4 of their last 6. Starts them with an 0-1 count. That is hit. Shortstop picks it, throws it off the hop. That is a nice out. I like that he threw that so short. So the first baseman had a really nice opportunity to let that bounce in front of him into the glove. Nice turn and fire. And that'll bring in Victor Martinez, batting .353. Okay, so there is a strike. As the score app was very kind to say, hey, after 1, it was 0-0. 1-1 with 1 away. As the lefty winds and fires, that one misses low to make it 2-1. I need to move this fireball out of the way. I keep bumping it with my hand. Oh boy, didn't give myself hiccups, I hope. Lefty misses just outside for ball 3. If I get the hiccups, the stream is done. It's over. Here's the computer's favorite count. The lefty's ready, winds, fires. That one is, at the top of the zone. That 3-1 is both, as we're watching more and more games, it's both very aggressive from the batter's perspective, but very generous from the umpire's perspective. Or at least can be. Big swing and a miss on the full count pitch. The payoff pitch, as it's called. Gets him to swing over the top of it and miss. Strike 3. Carlos Gonzalez steps in with a .313 average. Lefty-lefty matchup here. That one misses and goes all the way to the wall. It doesn't matter with no one on base. Crowd's still upset with it. It's a 1-0 count. That pitch is in for a strike. Oh, didn't want to click that. Two and one with 2 gone here in the first. Just getting started in Detroit. That's in for a strike right around the knees. Evens it up at 2-2. We'll have more baseball for you tomorrow, as some of a lot of the series change over to a new set for most of the teams. There's a couple lingering 4-game sets as we see a strikeout set down Cleveland in order. Starting lineup here for Detroit is Rafael Furcal. Switch hitter is playing shortstop. Ike Davis at first. Joe Mauer behind the dish. Pedro Alvarez in at third. Raul Ibanez out in left. Adam Jones in center. Will Venable in right. Orlando Hudson is at second base. And Matt Diaz is your designated hitter. A lot of lefties in that top of the order. You only have 2 true righties, 2 switch hitters. So I'm wondering if it's a right. There's no way that this would be a left-handed starting pitcher for Cleveland, right? It is a right-handed pitcher. 1-1 with a .338 ERA. 2 games with 5.1 innings pitched. 5 hits. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, as Hellickson gets set to deal with the top of this order. Righty shakes his head, or nods his head, in approval of the pitch. He'll wind and fire. First pitch swing is foul up the first base line. Strike 1. That's going to be bunted right back to the pitcher. He has pretty good speed. He can't get there. Out by a couple of steps. Tried to spring it on him a little bit. I like the idea. He just needs to get that pitcher to move a few more steps. It was a little too towards the pitcher. Got to get up that third base line a little bit more, and I think you have a better shot. I think you might be able to get there. One away, and that is a ball low 1-0, excuse me. Fouled away. 1-1. Righty winds and fires. Called strike on the bottom of the zone. Thought about swinging. I mean, technically started it, but did a good job to hold it back. Didn't matter. 1-2. That is hit foul. Slices out quickly. Stays alive with the other pitch down below. That pitch is outside. Good eye to let that just kind of start outside and continue to drift further outside. If only some of us had that patience. Here comes the 2-2. That's going to be rolled over, foul. That one's fouled as well. So staying alive here with 2 strikes. A lot of foul balls. One good take on a ball outside. That one will be rolled over to the second baseman. Scoops it up and fires to first for out number 2. Joe Mauer has 1 RBI and a stolen base with a .200 average to start the season here in Detroit, playing for an AL Central rival. Righty winds. It's low. Ball 1. So this Cleveland pitcher not looking super sharp on the mound. He's fallen behind every batter so far, 1-0. Mauer takes the ball inside. Good eye. 2-0. He's going to put some wood on it to the shortstop. He bobbles and fires over to first and safe. Safe at first base. Bobbles and walks, kind of the theme of yesterday. Pedro Alvarez. Need this caffeine to hit a little bit quicker. So 1 on, 2 out. That pitch misses inside. So 4 batters in a row now. This pitcher has fallen behind 1-0. That pitch hits the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1-1. Ooh, that's a dangerous, kind of tasty looking curveball for the batter, but it is fouled away to make it 1-2. That pitch misses low, 2-2. Runner stays put as the catcher does a good job to corral it. This is going to get popped up, jam shot. And that'll be out number 3. So, Detroit is able to get a runner aboard thanks to the error from Cleveland. No damage done. Laporta, Kadire, and Estruis coming up for Cleveland. That is lined out to center. Nice hit. It'll be a single to lead off the top of the second. And they didn't even get the ball in before they were like, you know what, we're moving on. We're just not even going to worry about it. Michael Kadire coming in to face the lefty. That pitch is in for a strike. That is hit, but foul. And sails inside and misses. One and two with nobody out. A runner on first here in top of the second. That one misses low. So that'll make it 3-1, a batter's favorite count. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and foul. It's foul. That's foul. Lefty fires the 2-2. Thought about swinging, did not. No appeal to first base. That'll fill up the count and likely put this runner in motion. That one is punched out just in front of home plate. Only play is to first. Smartly just makes the easy out. Isturiz? Meiser Isturiz. So one away and a hot shot to first. Nice leaping grab for out number 2. That saved a run. Millage steps up. That pitch is in for a strike. Oh and 1. Takes that one. 0 and 2. He thought about swinging. Didn't matter. It was going to be a strike either way. 2 out with a runner on second. Really like to see this pitcher aggressive in the zone. Try to get the out right here, right now. Don't get too cute. I would argue that's probably too cute, but at the same time, when the catcher sets up at those spots way inside or way outside, depending on the batter, they do tend to drift over the plate a little bit, so it's not quite as too cutesy as you might think. I think it is. One and 2 gets the swing and the miss. That'll put away the side. Cleveland strands a runner on second after picking up their first hit of the day. Ibanez, Jones, and Venable coming up for the Detroit Tigers. This is game number 58 that we are watching today. I think my math was a little bit off yesterday. That one rolls foul as well. 0 and 2. One's hit up the third base side. Rolls foul. Remains 0-2, but still alive. That pitch is low and inside. That is swung on and belted. No doubter out to right field. It is 1-0 Tigers. In the bottom of the second. Excellent time. Okay, we don't get any special treatment. That's fine. Adam Jones is going to step in after the leadoff home run. That's a great time to pick up a leadoff home run. Bottom 2. In just 3 inning games. That's huge. In at the top of the zone for a strike. That one clips the corner. That's a strike as well. One and two. Swung on and missed. Really nice pitch. The first couple were like right on the edge of the zone. Did a good job to pull the string on him. A 75-mile-an-hour curveball that induces that early swing. You can see it's well out of the strike zone. But a very, very effective pitch. Will Venable one's high and outside. Ball 1. Continues to struggle, falling behind some of these batters 1-0. I don't think it's as consistent as the first inning, but that one is hit, crushed, foul. That one's in for a strike, interestingly enough. I'm a little surprised that that part of the zone got the call, but maybe we have a funkier angle than I realized. 1 and 2, one away. Trying to go with that curveball again or changeup. Either way, it misses inside. Batter stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away with a 1-run lead here for Detroit in the bottom of the second. That one's way inside. Very late jump back. The last ball fills up the count. Here's the payoff pitch from the righty. That is hit into center field for a single. Caught way too much of the plate and the batter able to get on top of it. Venable is able to get on top of it. So now runner on first with 1 away. That one misses low and falls behind this batter yet again. Or falls behind a batter yet again. Not just this specific batter. Fouled away. 1 and 1. Fires that one high. Easy take. Just gotta get out of the way so you don't get hit in the face, but overall an easy take. 2 and 1. That one misses low. 3 and 1. This one is smashed out to right center. Center fielder comes over and grabs it. Runner holds between first and second and back to first he goes. Matt Diaz steps in. 143 average, not looking great so far this season. There's a runner on with a couple out here. They put him in motion. It's going to be way ahead of him. That is an excellent throw by the catcher. I don't think it was the best. Looked like the timing was pretty good, but needed an extra step. He is cut down, headed into second. Detroit scores 1 on the solo home run. Cleveland keeps it close. Aber, Morel, and Davis coming up for Cleveland to the top of the third, the last 3 outs of the game. Eric Ibar. Ibar. Definitely Ibar. That is hit out to right center field. This one is going. It is going to drop. Hits the wall. It's going to be a triple. He is hustling for third. So a good job by Cleveland to put a runner in scoring position immediately in a strike back inning. I like that the scoreboard says Cleveland 3, Seattle 1. Cleveland is playing in this game. Brent Morel. That one misses low. Foul to the backstop. That'll make it 1-1. Tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead run at the dish. Here's the lefty's pitch. It is in for a ball. Lefty's ready to fire the 2-1. Here it comes. It is swung on and missed, so 2-2. That one's fouled away to stay alive. Swung on and missed, so gets the strikeout. That's 1 down. That'll bring in Raji Davis with a runner in scoring position. That is hit up the third base line, but foul. Lefty winds and fires. This one's hit. The runner is going to go to the plate. He's going to be out at the dish. Oh, it's a bold send and a bolder throw. He gets him on time. Wow. That will cut down the game. Tying run for Cleveland. A runner on first, though, so the Tigers obviously not totally out of it. Here comes the lefty's pitch. They're going for the steal. Will it end the game? It will. It's 2 outs on the base paths for Cleveland at the top of the third, and that will take care of business here in Detroit. One solo home run does the trick, and it is a 1-0 victory. Cleveland is cut down at home plate. He gets cut. The next batter, they will try to get the steal going. Wow. So who had the home run for Detroit? C.J. Wilson did not have the home run for Detroit, but he is your player of the game. 3 innings, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts on the day. Gets that strikeout total all the way up to 9. It was Ibanez. Raul Ibanez gets his second home run of the season. Only 2 hits for each side. C.J. Wilson's win puts him at 1-2. Jeremy Hellickson's loss puts him at 1-2. And that'll do it. That'll finish the series. Cleveland takes the series 2-1. Detroit salvages the series by picking up a win today. We're going to go to the very next game on the list. Catch up on a couple of scores before we jump in. The Royals take out the Rays 2-1. The Orioles over the Red Sox 8-0. Next up is Braves going to D.C. to take on the Nationals. A little NL East action for you. And this is a 4-game set, so likely the only time you'll see this, we should have... Most teams should have a fresh new series tomorrow, but who knows? We can figure it out. But also at the same time, that's kind of the point. Just put whatever games are there, try not to double up on too much, and... Let the wheel take the wheel, everybody. Oh, I can swap that thumbnail out real quick. As we welcome you into Atlanta, Hotlanta, some call it. 5-8 Braves taking on the 6-8 Nationals. I feel like the Nationals have had kind of a rough go of it. Seems like they really played a lot of the Phillies early. Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. I appreciate it. While we get set here for game number 2, we can take a... It's in D.C., Maryland. Oh, yeah, it sure is, huh? My bad. Whew. Here. Elvis Andrus leading off the shortstop. First baseman Gabby Sanchez. Left fielder Josh Hamilton. Center fielder Andrew Jones. Right fielder Jeff Francoeur. Second baseman Howie Kendrick. Designated hitter Ross Glode. Glode. Martine at third. And A.J. Przinsky behind the dish. Randy Wolf, the lefty, gets to start 0-2 with a 12.60 ERA. I hope that was quicker than normal. Thanks, game. Really appreciate it. Have to pull the YouTube preview just to make sure. 2 games, 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. Wolf, the lefty, winds. He fires that in for a strike. It's that inside part of the plate, kind of that low corner. So Wolf gets ahead 1-0 and winds for that pitch. Or 0-1. Oh, goodness. Am I too tired? Am I too tired for this? The game's in DC. It was a 0-1 count. Now it's 1-1. Curveball is fouled away. Looked like a pretty well executed pitch. Just kind of looked like the batter. Oop, that stays high or outside. There's a pitch from the lefty. He's going to scoop it, an underhand toss over to first. Batter just gets a little piece of it. Gabby Sanchez batting .063 to start the season. That is hit well out to center field, but snagged on the run. That'll bring in the lefty Josh Hamilton. Just the opposite styles of contact on those last two pitches, last two hits. Just barely got any of it, easy out, and then got a lot of it and still an easy out. Atlanta hits into a little bit of bad luck here in the top half of the inning. The lefty fires, and this one is hit well out to left center. He is chasing it. He is at the wall. It is 3 rows back. It is gone. Atlanta jumps out in front with a 1-0 lead. It was enough for the Detroit Tigers to pick up their win. Is it enough for Atlanta? Not really sure what camera we're getting. I don't know if that's umpire cam from 15 years ago. So Andrew Jones comes in. That was a lefty home run to opposite field. Here's the lefty's next pitch. That one stays outside. That one stays outside as well. Good eye. Two and one with 2 gone. That one is hit well. Same spot, different result. That one will drop into the corner. Left fielder picks it up and fires it in, but not before the stand-up double. So another nice swing on it, but doesn't have the carry, the lift, the angle. So he'll step in with 1 on and 2 away. Atlanta didn't give themselves a lot of wiggle room to try and pick up another run here in this top of the first. That pitch is outside. Two and 0. That's a good take right there. Best case scenario, that pitch continues to drift inside. It's ball 3. Worst case scenario, it kind of stays a little over the plate. It's strike 1. but you also don't get jammed and pop out easily. Strike in. 2-2. That is hit up the third baseline, but goes foul. This is on the outside. That fills up the count. Yes. And with 2 out, maybe put that runner in motion. They do not. He fouls it away.
That's a foul ball.
That is down for a hit. Do they send him? No. They will work it station to station on the base paths. A single puts runners on the corners with 2 outs, and the payoff pitch. Just a little bit too much plate. Howie Kendrick with a 190 ERA, excuse me, 190 average. Does have a homer. That misses low and inside, ball 1. Atlanta working a little magic here with 2 outs. They score a run, they put a runner in scoring position, move him to third. That's in for a strike. That is hit. Third baseman scoops it. Fires over to first, and that'll be out number 3. The solo home run puts Atlanta on top. They can't do much with the other couple hits. 3 hit, 1 run on 3 hits. And that'll bring up Washington here in the bottom of the first. It'll be led by Jose Reyes, the shortstop. Delman Young in left field. First baseman Ryan Howard. Kelly Sopich. The catcher. Mike Cameron in center fielder. Chris Coughlin. What? Chris Coughlin. Jeez, I think that fooled me last time. Designated hitter Chase Headley at third. Carlos Guillen at second. Angel Pagan, the switch-hitting right fielder. When you get to that 7, 8, 9, 1, it's 4 straight switch hitters. So take a look at John Lannon, 1-1 with a 5.68 ERA. 2 games with 6.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. And a very good-looking Gold Glove outfield, Francoeur, Jones, and Hamilton. Elvis Andrews jumping in there as well. Jose Reyes stepping in. Lefty fires. That one stays outside. 1-0. That is hit well, but foul. That one's hit toward first base. Scooped an underhand toss to the pitcher. Excuse me, at least I presume it was an underhand toss. The game has no idea, but that's actually a super helpful replay. Shockingly, they probably did not count on someone streaming this game 15 years later on the internet needing a replay to help his call because he's turned the commentators off, because he's taking his glasses off because his eyes are tired. That pitch gets the low inside corner for a strike. One ball, one strike, one out. That is foul. They just can't keep it fair. The lefty winds, he fires. That is going to be hit. Shortstop picks it up, fires across the diamond. Short hops the first baseman, but I'm sure it's fine. It's out number 2. Saw a very similar, unsurprising, same game, but saw a very similar play in the last game. Ryan Howard, 3 home runs, 9 RBI with a 370 average. That pitch stays in to Howard, 1-0. This one is out to left center. Left fielder jogs under it, makes the out, and that is 1-2-3 for the Nationals. We'll head top second for the, oh wow, you got double White Sox. A Philly and a 2 White Sox. So a lefty-lefty matchup to start at this top of the second. It's one pitch rolled over the short second baseman, rather. Fires to first, and that's out number 1. Quickly, very, very quickly out number 1. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Tien takes a strike inside. Trying to super chat for you for other great content, but it's not available. Also, hello. I appreciate the thought on the super chat. I do not have any monetization turned on right now, but I appreciate it. That one is fouled away. How was your day today? Hope you had a good rest of your birthday. I feel honored that you stopped by and said hi to me. It's a day all about you. That is hit out to left. Does not dive for it. It's a smart play. You want the spectacular plays, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way. We just find our second wind. You gotta work with me, body, for another 6 to 14 hours. Here's yet another lefty-lefty matchup. 1 on, 1 out here for Atlanta in the top of the second. That's going to be right up the middle. The second baseman dove for it but couldn't get to it. Rolls slowly out to center, and that allows the runner to get first to third. Elvis Andrews. He'll step in. Runners on first and third, a.k.a. the corners. That is hit. Splits the gap with the defenders. That'll drive in 1. And the Braves will play station to station behind. Sanchez is over 1 today. Tomorrow's my Friday, which means I'm excited for Wednesday dispatch. I cannot wait to see how that ends. I am so excited for dispatch. I'm glad other people are as well. Ooh, kind of funky hack there. Likely a strike either way. Lefty fires. That goes up the first base line, but drifts foul. Thought about swinging. Good job to hold it back. So good, you might need to play through it again, making different choices. Yeah? Maybe we'll learn how to actually do the dispatching. I can think of two off the top of my head that would be really interesting. Is that is going to be an out at third base. That'll be a double play to end the inning. Atlanta's piled up 6 hits, but a little too aggressive on the base paths. Cost of an opportunity to add more. 2-0. As we head to the bottom half of the second. Yeah, I can think of 2. Three, actually. But I think would could be interesting. If people are interested in it, I would maybe I'd give it a whirl. That one is hit well, but caught over the... Yeah, cannon from the outfielder, yeah. I feel like in this game you can really tell. I'm sure you can tell in MLB The Show 25, but... I feel like you see pretty well the zip on some of these throws. So Mike Cameron will step in. Nationals down 2 here in game number 2. Takes the ball to make it 1-0. One and one. That's fouled away. Strike 2. That one is inside for a ball. Oh, man, Mike Cameron. Sound like he got a pretty good smack on that one, but it's foul. Up the third base side. And gets him to swing and miss, so Cameron set down on strikes. Just a very late swing timing on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Very hittable location. It's in that middle square. Pitcher shakes off. The catcher lines and fires. That 0-0 pitch is 1-0. Ball inside. That one's fouled away to even it up 1-1. That pitch is outside. Oh, hell yeah. Don't underestimate a pair of powerfully comfortable socks. 2-2 here with 2 out at the bottom of the second, and a 2-0 game is a pitch inside, ball 3. What is your favorite MLB game? Probably a recent MLB The Show, but I did love. I have it on my shelf behind me. It is the N64 Ken Griffey Jr. I guess there were two of them. Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball, I think is what it was. That pitch is fouled. I can grab it at the half inning. Absolutely have it. Powerfully comfortable. That is skied 2. This shortstop. That'll be out number 3. Let me grab the game I'm talking about. I don't have a wireless headphone. Oh, it's Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. I do have a soft spot for this one. Unfortunately, this cartridge doesn't work, which is too bad because I was gonna. I plugged it in and everything, and I was like, "Oh, cool! This will be nostalgic and fun to check out." But then it didn't work, so which is fine. It's only $10. Sure, I'd be able to find one a different day, so it's not that big of a deal. You ever play the Bigs? Oh, I played the Bigs. Where you could fight the pitcher. Bigs was super fun. That one's foul at the third baseline. I played the career mode in the Bigs, and it... Oof. That flippin' game. I bought the Bigs and the Bigs 2, and I played the Bigs 2, and I was like, why did I do this to myself? I don't remember being able to fight the pitcher, but I did just play the career modes. No, you know what I did? I did the... Was it the career mode? What's the mode? There's a mode in the Bigs where you go around, you play a bunch of teams, and if you beat them, you take a player from their team. What the hell is that mode called? I did the Superstar mode thing, but... Lefty winds and fires. We're in the top of the third. That's going to be a walk. Here, hold on. Let me search. I do love having the ability to just look at my own Bigs. See, the Bigs 2 Power Pros. That's a pitch that's rookie challenge. I think you can find the picture in the Bigs 2. I think it was only in the first game. I never got that option. Two and 0. Nobody out, one on. Washington Nationals. The Washington pitcher really needs to settle down here. Their offense hasn't really been able to do anything. That pitch misses low, 3-1. Lefty winds and fires. Gets a strike on the outside. Lefty grounds out to the pitcher. Fires over to first and gets the out. No play at second. They'll bring in another left-handed pitcher, Dusty Hughes. He has 5 games on record, a near 8 ERA, 5.2 innings pitched, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Jeff Francoeur steps in. Any Slugfest fans out there? That was probably the one of those that I had the least experience with. I think I have a couple of them floating around here somewhere. That pitch sails high. I mean, NHL hits 2002 for the Nintendo GameCube, and that was fun. And NFL Blitz. I think that was 2002, but a friend had that on the PS2. I don't think anybody had Slugfest. That pitch sails high. I did watch the JM Gaming tournament of Slugfest 2003 or whatever it was. That's inside. Not the worst situation in the world to walk the batter. You don't want that from your relief pitcher, but a walk here does set up a double play and does set up a force at any base. Here's the payoff pitch. It is fouled away. As the lefty winds and fires outside, ball 4. So runners on first and second after the walk is issued. Brings back the double play. Howie Kendrick. Oh, they put on a double steal. Horrible idea. That is way... I mean, it wasn't even close. What are you doing? That is hit up the middle. It costs them a run. Well... Slides in safe. So that'll be 3-0. I mean, it would put a runner on first and third. So if he gets a hit, then you're looking at more of a run cost. There is no run cost at the moment. But you're also still, you should be working with just 1 out. Which means that you would be able to sacrifice fly the run in from third. That was a horrible decision on their part. 1-0. He's getting his ass kicked. I haven't watched much of Ghosty Yote. Felt like that kind of came and went, honestly. That is hit up the first baseline. Foul. Two and one, 2 away. That one's hit. Foul. Is he playing on like a special difficulty or something? Two and two. Swung on and fouled away. Here comes the 2-2. It's going to be hit out to left field. Now, no guarantee he would score on that, but perhaps the Atlanta Braves cost themselves a run. Missed the days of NFL Blitz and arena football unflinched. Where the one rule was no rule for late hits. Oh, he's playing on Legendary. Okay. What is Arena Football Unleashed? There's a possibility that I bought that game and never played it on content. That's what I do a lot. That's swung on and missed. Would you like to reload the page, please? No? Arena. Oops. A-R-E-N-A. Unleashed. Oh, that is. I absolutely bought that video game, and I never did anything with it. Kurt Warner's Arena Football Unleashed. I bet that's on the shelf behind me. Probably one of those PlayStation 1 games. That one's foul. Hang on. 1 and 2. Lefty. Fouled away. Oh, it is indeed. I have a copy of Monopoly. And I spent $14 on this. As that is swung on and missed, so I do have this. The 50-yard indoor war. Registered trademark. 606. I don't know why I never got around to it. That one, how did the shortstop not get that? It's a single out to center. NFL blitz was hilarious. The injury animations were crazy. Dude would have a fully bent leg out for 2 quarters. Yeah. Remember when they tried to bring NFL Blitz back after they lost the license? So 1 away. Lefty fires a strike. Double play can get Atlanta a victory here in Washington in this NL East matchup. Runs in for a strike. Here comes the 0-2. That is foul. People who brought back Backyard Sports. That's, ooh, to the pitcher. Fires to second. Around to first. That's a double play to end it. 3-0 your final here from Atlanta. Yeah, it's very cool to see those Backyard Sports games back. I think they just made a post that they're not done yet. I think they're working on hockey, basketball, and something else. But they just posted that today. Well, they announced the YouTube short or whatever it is. John Lannon, your player of the game. 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts on the day. He improves to 2-1. Randy Wolf falls 0-3. Hamilton with his second home run of the season. And that is final. Soccer, that's what it is. Backyard soccer, 98. Backyard basketball, 01. Backyard hockey. Or are those already out? Coming this week. I didn't really read into that. Alright, we are halfway done with the games today. Let's go ahead and save it real quick. Wonder if running Steam would break everything. Actually, here. Season. We save that. Let's look up. Oh no, don't open that. Oh god. If it gets bad, sorry, I accidentally opened the wrong thing. I misclicked to the left. About the Backyard Baseball mobile game. It's on my phone. Nice. It's one of the few games that my PC can run and stream at the same time. Okay. Please just close out of Photoshop. I did not mean to do that. I just meant to open Steam. They're right next to each other. All right, let's get rolling into the next one. We don't have any score updates for you because these games were back-to-back on the list. And they're back-to-back here on the list as we're going to New York. It's a fresh series. I believe it's a 4-game set between the Diamondbacks and the Mets. So we get this rolling. Let's look up Backyard. Backyard Football 99, Baseball 01, Soccer. Okay, so it must mean that what has the Steam logo next to it? Hockey and basketball. Cool. All right, welcome on into Citi Field. New York, they started 0-6, but they are 4-8 now, so they are 4-2 in their last 6 games. Diamondbacks are 8-5, as we have an NL West, NL East matchup. And we fix the thumbnail, it's the word that I'm looking for. I wish that it more consistently gave us a player to watch instead of just like these scenic shots of that. David DeJesus, the left fielder the left-handed right fielder, leading things off. Freddie Sanchez at second, Joey Votto at first, Alex Gordon in left, Hector Luna at third, Jamie Carroll, the designated hitter, Curtis Granderson out in center, Matt Winters behind the dish, and Caesar Isdrubus. 2 games that would be nice to see on Switch 64 expansion. Oof. I wish you all the luck on those dreams. Gio Gonzalez has a 9 ERA and 2 losses in 2 games, 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Hey, what's 8 divided by 2 for? I don't think we'll ever see anything licensed like that. Did anyone care about that new NBA Street-esque thing that they're trying to do? That they announced last week? It's funny, someone asked me what my favorite MLB game was earlier, and I was like, NBA Street Volume 2. It's like, that's not a baseball game. The announcers are talking in that video. Just have them turn. Yeah. Well, maybe if they'd shut up, you know. Line flied out to left there as he steps on the warning track. Jackson records the first out. Freddie Sanchez, 412 average for Arizona. Who has a much better color scheme now. That purple and teal look really, really nice. This red and gray, red, gray, black, not a fan of. That one's inside for a ball. Here comes the 2-0. Lefty winds and fires. That one missed? What? Are you serious? What? How'd that miss? That looked like such a good strike. 3-0. That one misses low ball 4. Probably realistically should be a 3-1 count. I thought that 2-0 pitch was a strike, but I'm not the umpire. Joey Votto, 333 average, 3 home runs, 8 RBI. He'll step in with 1 on and 1 out. Probably be a good idea for him to slow down and take a pitch or 2. Oh, instead it's nearly a double play, but mercifully for Arizona goes foul. That one misses low. One and one. Here's the pitch. Votto lines it out to left. Are they going to go first to third? They are. Center fielder gets it in and out at third. Wow. I didn't think that the center fielder was aggressive enough to get that ball, but yeah, he's out. Those slides really seem to throw off the momentum of the runners. Good strong throw from the outfield. And that'll bring up Alex Gordon, so I guess ball don't lie. Maybe that runner shouldn't have been on first in the first place. Another lefty-lefty matchup here. I don't think the game cares about, so I don't know why I'm pointing it out. That is up the first base line, just barely foul. That's more obviously foul, but still foul. 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that will retire the side. Arizona picks up a hit, works a walk, but an out on the base paths, and a strikeout ends at Span. Pedroia, Sandoval coming up for the Mets. Denard Span, like I just said, center fielder, he'll lead off. Pedroia right behind him at second. Pablo Sandoval over at third. Aubrey Huff at first. Hunter Pence in right. Lyle Overbay at the designated hitter. Connor Jackson in left. And then the Ramones, Castro and Santiago, catcher and shortstop, respectively. Respectively. I thought my vocals were going to have trouble yesterday because I recorded a bunch of stuff before I did the video last night. Today seems to be the problem, which is weird. Livan? Hernandez 1-1 with a 3.60 ERA, 2 games with 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Curtis Granderson out there in the center field. Oh. Keep playing the organ. One pitch, one swing, one single. Aggressive on that first pitch, and he is rewarded. Dustin Pedroia has a couple of home runs and a few RBI. Swung on and missed. 0-1. So a couple of aggressive swings here on the first pitches of the at-bats. That one's fouled away. Obviously, with an 0-6 start, the Mets are going to have a lot of work to do to try to work themselves back into the playoff picture or playoff contention. It does not help that they are in one of the divisions that has a runaway fast start in the Philadelphia Phillies. So that's where it gets interesting. There's only one wild card spot, straight to the DS. Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval does a good job taking that for a ball. Finally, a first pitch for New York that isn't swung on. Led to a single, led to a strike. That one's in the upstairs corner. Sandoval loses a little definition there. for some reason. Here comes the 1-1. That's on the outside. Strike 2. That pitch is outside. Sandoval swings and misses. It was like the one time he took the bat off the shoulder. Couple of tight calls, high and tight, and then on the outside part of the plate. So that's out number 2. Or out number 1, excuse me. Aubrey Huff steps in. Still looking to improve that batting average a little bit. And that'll help right up the middle to center. They are going to send him around, wave him around. Pitcher cuts it off. The throw is late. He's safe. It's Mets 1, Diamondbacks 0, and that brings in Hunter Pence. No home runs, couple RBIs, does have a stolen base. That's in for a strike. That is hit up the third base line, foul. Oh, and 2 swung on and missed. Well, it was actually a pretty nice pitch location there, but it's a little outside. Likely a ball, but put it in a spot where, you know, have to protect, and yeah, just protect. That pitch gets the low inside corner. That is hit out to center. That'll be out number 3. Just trying to see you. Joe's just streaming on his Twitch, I assume. The Mets put up 3 hits, but only score 1 run. Luna, Carroll, and Granderson are going to step up for the Diamondbacks. Oh man, lethal mode, huh? Sheesh. Sheesh. Strike is in to make it 0-1. Or pitch in for a strike. That one's hit, but up the foul line. We have not seen any come from behind victories today. Once the team has gotten out to a lead, they've been able to hold it. So let's go ahead and mark down your commentators' curses and also your LOL Mets. It's 0-2. I didn't do it intentionally, but it was one of those things where it's like, the games yesterday were pretty back and forth, had some good drama built in, but this one today hasn't been quite as dramatic. Really nice pitch location just late on that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Pretty hittable location. That's what you want to see with 2 strikes. Jamie Carroll steps in, 187 average, 3 RBI. Pitch is in. Couple of, 2 outfields and mowed guys down at third. There was a play at the plate. in one of the games. That one's high. Ball 2. That one gets the low corner of the zone. She must be meal prepping. 2-1. That one misses low. Okay, 3-1. Batters love to be aggressive. Sometimes it feels like the umpires like expanding the zone on this count. Gets the strike. Similar to where that first strike was, so didn't seem too out there. Could also be this camera angle just being a little off. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch with one away. It is hit but foul, so he'll stay alive and we'll do it again. That is nicely done there. Fights that pitch off, gets it into center field, stays alive. That'll bring up Curtis Granderson. That pitch misses low and outside. Ball 1. That one misses low and probably just low. Either way, it's 2-0. That one's fouled away. That's in for a strike. Nice pitch. And it finally gets that location that he seems like he's wanted. A couple of them. One of them missed low and outside. One of them missed low. Evens the count up at 2-2. Swung on and missed. Missed. That'll be out number 2 as Granderson set down on strike. It'll bring in Matt Wieters. Yeah, Matt Wieters. My bad. Okay, so this is where sometimes these games get kind of funky. It's the 1 out at a time innings. Ooh, that looked like too hittable of a pitch, and somehow that's a ball. That's hit foul. Fought it off. Makes the count 1-1. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Winds and fires. Misses low. That one's rolled over. That'll be fired to second. Goes the short way and picks up out number 3. We will head to the bottom of the second. Mets up 1. Jackson Castro Santiago coming to the dish. That gets the call, the bottom part. The inside part, either way, it's on the edge. Strike one. That pitch misses low for ball one. Tried to double up on that spot, but couldn't find it the second time. That pitch misses low as well. That's hit, but it's going to stay right on the line. Drifts in just enough for the right fielder to make the catch. So nice play by the Arizona defense. That'll bring up Ramon Castro. 250 average. Slings that one outside, 1-0. I feel like if that ball just kind of stayed a little straighter or even bent a little further outside, it'd just be a foul ball instead of an out. Because it really seemed like the fielder needed every bit of that ball drifting into the left. Ooh, boy. That spot on the inside part of the plate. The right-handed batter's box part of the plate has been generous at times. 2-1. That is hit well out to center. He dives but can't make the catch. It'll be just a single. It's a great defensive effort. And fortunately bounced in front of him with a runner who's probably not particularly quick. So I was like, look, it's either going to be a single or an out. Nice dive nonetheless. That'll be hit. That'll advance the runner. They'll go station to station. Two quick singles for the Mets, and they have a runner in scoring position with just one out here in the bottom of the second. Good opportunity for an insurance run. Good job by the catcher to keep it in front of him. That is hit to third, fires to second. He is safe at first. Looked like the shortstop was just a touch indecisive, or the third baseman, excuse me, looked like he was a touch indecisive with where he wanted to go. Because of that, the hard slide into second got that kind of flip animation and threw the timing off, so it keeps this inning alive. Not great defense by the Arizona Diamondbacks. They should be out of this. Only down one. But if they can get Pedroia, then no harm, no foul. That pitch misses outside for a ball. That pitch misses low for a ball. 2-0 to Pedroia. That one misses high. Ball 3. He will put a little bit of power into that one, and it will cost the Diamondbacks a run. So, should be a 1-0 game heading into the top of the third. Instead is 2-0 with 2 outs As this inning continues to roll along thanks to the hesitation on the defensive side. It's going to bring up Pablo Sandoval, batting .378, a home run and 3 RBI. And he can really do some damage here. Ooh, big swing. Fouls it away. That one gets that corner. It's right, our right side of the plate. Feels like it's been a little bit wide. Sandoval, good take on that one. 1 and 2. That pitch misses low. Two on, 2 out in the bottom of the second. 2-2 count with a 2-0 lead. Sandoval puts some charge into that one, but it is well foul. But he does stay alive. 2's all over the place. Here it comes. That one stays outside to fill the count up. Do you see the double steal? Most likely. Put the runners in motion. Pitcher sets, winds, and here comes the payoff pitch. It is going to be popped over to the third base side, and it is an out. So that will do it. Sandoval is out number 3, but they do get an extra opportunity thanks to the hesitation on defense from Arizona. It is 2-0. So now the Diamondbacks find themselves down 2 as the pitcher rocks and fires in for a strike. No 1-1. That one's inside, for a ball. That pitch misses low and outside. 2-1. That's rolled over. Second baseman scoops it. Knows how much time he has and fires it over to first. That is out number 1. David DeJesus is 0 for 1 today. That one misses well outside. As the lefty takes ball 1. That one stays high, but in the zone for strike 1. 1-1. Don't know how many other National League teams need to play, but curious to see where the Mets are stacking up. I know it's very early, but how are they stacking up as far as the wild card is concerned? I think they're going to have a really hard time winning the NL East. They're going to have to take advantage of any and all matchups they get against the Phillies. It's 2-2. And there is strike number 3. That is out number 2. He argues with the umpire, but it was a good pitch. Perfect time for the pitch track. It was a 4-seam fastball at 91. In for a strike. That means that we're down to Freddie Sanchez here with a 4.12 average. Can he keep this game alive? Gonzalez rocks, fires. That one's inside, ball 1. That one's inside as well. What does Gonzalez do? Here comes the 0-2 pitch, or 2-0 pitch. It's in. That was a ball? Did that not look like a strike to everybody else? What in the world? That is hit well, but foul. 3-0 green light, apparently. That is in the upper deck. That one will be popped out to left. Got under it a little bit, and that should do it. The Mets take this one 2-0. It's been shutout city here today. I didn't even jinx the Mets. They didn't LOL themselves. Instead, the Diamondbacks kind of Metsed it today. That funky defensive play gives the Mets an extra run in the bottom of the 2nd. Little insurance to make that top of the 3rd just a little less stressful. So that means that the Mets, who were 0-6, are now 5-8. That means they've won 5 of their last 7 games. Gio Gonzalez gets your player of the game. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts on the day. He picks up win number 1, whereas Hernandez drops to 1-2. Both pitchers 1-2. No home runs. Mets score 1 in each of the 2 innings that they batted in. And that will do it. Let's take a quick look at the standings. I'm just curious where the Mets are as far as the wild card's concerned. And then we will head out to Oakland for the Blue Jays and the Athletics for our 4th and final game of the evening. Thanks everybody again for hanging out, and I appreciate it. Here, let's do this. Let's pop a save. Okay, for whatever reason, I was getting a little worried on that one. Let's go around the league. Let's look at the standings just really quickly. Okay, they are 3 games back. Obviously, it's very early. There's, it's not... I mean, they have a lot of teams to climb. Marlins currently in there. Diamondbacks a half game out. But the problem is they have the Phillies to contend with. Anyway. There they are. The Mets have the Diamondbacks this weekend, and then Nationals. Oh, they don't play the Phillies again? What? Oof, boy, and they lost all those. Huh. Okay. They really don't get a second series against the Phillies. Weird. All right, let's worry about our game today, which is Blue Jays Athletics. We get caught up on scores. And while this loads, I'm actually going to run away for just a moment. Alright, we are back. You know, Toronto wearing some old school uniforms. One of the hidden kind of hidden gem aspects of this game is that they throw in those retro uniforms on both sides. Very cool. Welcome to Oakland for our final game of the day. 1-0 count here. Let's recap. We have, let's see, for Toronto we had Johnny Damon in left. We have Andre Ethier in right. Miguel Cabrera at first base. David Ortiz, designated hitter. Xavier Nady at center. Third baseman is Mike Oliviers. As this one is going, but caught a couple of steps short of the warning track. Derek Jeter at short, Carlos Santana behind the dish, and Juan Uribe, second baseman. Scott Baker, 0-1 with a 12.46 ERA, 2 games, 4.1 innings pitched, 8 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. That gets us caught up on our lineups. Or lineup in the starting pitcher for Oakland. That makes contact, but foul. 2 on here in the top of the first. That one's inside. Here comes the 1-1. That one stays out on the opposite side. 2-1. Throw him the heater. Pitcher winds. Fires, and that one's going to be over to third. Scooped cleanly and fires across the diamond. It's a quick inning for the Blue Jays. We'll get your lineup here in just a moment for Oakland. Oh boy. Oh. Let's. Unless I choke on Mountain Dew and die. Oh my goodness, Jacoby Ellsbury in center. Vlad Guerrero in right. Kevin Youkilis at third. Adam Lind at first. Hideki Matsui in left. Boy, it's a curse. I'm the curse. I'm the curse here in Oakland. Will look like I'm... Okay, where'd we leave off? Ooh, Keela Kahua? Is the DH. Clinton Barnes, your shortstop. Jose Lopez at second. Brian Schneider, catcher. Matt Garza is 1-1 with a 6.35 ERA, 2 games, 5.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 7 walks, 5 strikeouts. And that is a quick out number 1. Is that a one pitch, 1 out? Certainly was. That'll bring in Vlad Guerrero as we settle ourselves down to get ready. Try and get through this 4th game of baseball. Oh my goodness. That pitch is in for a strike. Can't imagine that those pullover jerseys that Toronto is wearing are fun to watch. Or fun to pitch in, excuse me. Big swing and a miss there. That was a pretty hittable pitch, but fooled him. That makes it 0-2. Aggressive swings early here for Oakland. There he gets on top of it. Drives it into right field past the diving first baseman. That'll put a runner on. Kevin Youkilis batting 118. I think you want a little bit more out of your 3-hole spot. Just the 1 RBI so far. That pitch misses low. That one's in low and outside, or low corner. Low outside corner. Yeah. 1-1. That misses, makes it a 2-1 count. 1-on-1 out here, bottom first. That is hit. Right center field. Center fielder has a good beat on it. That ball kind of died out there. Seemed like it had a pretty good swing behind it. That'll bring in Adam Lind. I mean, you hear that crack of the bat, you hear the crowd roar, and it's an out. Adam Lind. Playing his former team. That's in for a strike. 0-1. That's hit up the third baseline, but foul. That one stays outside. Makes it 1-2. 1 on, 2 away. Ooh, big swing and a miss from Lynn to his set down on strikes, and that will retire the side. Oakland picks up a hit, but Toronto keeps it at bay. Ortiz, Nady, and Oliviers. Oliviers? No, there would be an L in front of it. David Ortiz, I think you're looking for more from that bat as well. You could say that for Kevin Youkilis. You could say that for David Ortiz. We've had quite a few Toronto games so far, and his average has never looked particularly good. He also has one of the creepiest looking stances in this game. Because there's like just enough definition to make a face, but not enough definition to not have like scary eyes. Thankfully, I guess for us, because it's no longer Halloween month. It's a 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out scenario for Ortiz, who's in that power spot. That pitch is high. Ball 1. That gets the corner for strike 1. And that is hit into foul territory. Because there is so much of it, the first baseman has plenty of time to try and find it under it and makes the catch for the out. Aviles. He's hit just outside the third baseline. So it'll be foul. Here comes the 1-1. That is hit well to center. And it is an out. So a nice job by the Oakland defense to hold them scoreless and hold them hitless. We will head to the bottom half of the second. Hideki Matsui batting 125. Big swing and a miss on that pitch. 0-1. That pitch misses low. Winds and fires that one outside. Two and one. Matsui doing a good job here. Big hack on that first pitch. Nice and calm for these next three, and he's worked himself into a very favorable count. 3-1. That is foul. That is popped. Left fielder gives chase. Will it drop before he gets there? No. Matsui is out in the big foul territory of Oakland. It's taking away a couple of batters here, for one for each team. One's inside. So a 1-0 count to makes it 2-0. One gone. That is rolled over. Shortstop bobbles it. He's going to have a shot to get there. He was very safe. One of the safer safes we've seen on the bobble play by a shortstop or a second baseman all season. That'll bring in Clint Barnes. Bar miss. Interesting. One away and some outs to and an out to work with. This one lined out to right. The right fielder has a good beat on it. He'll set him down and throw into second. So now it's down to Jose Lopez with a runner on. 2 gone here in the bottom of the second inning. That was a pretty nice pitch, just dropped below the zone, I guess. Looked pretty solid to me, but the umpire says it's 1-0. That one gets under it a little bit. There is a chase by the second baseman. He makes the out. And that will do it. So, the Athletics put a runner on via the error. Toronto locks it down. And they will take this game scoreless into the top of the third. Derek Jeter with a .412 average, batting surprisingly low in this lineup. That one's in. A high strike makes it 0-1. That pitch is up and out of the zone. Ball 1. That is hit well, but foul. One of Derek Jeter's most famous plays happened in this very stadium. That pitch misses down low. That's outside. So that fills up the count with the payoff pitch incoming. Jeter hits it to the shortstop. He's trying to leg it out, but he's out by a couple of steps. And that is 1 away. Carlos Santana has a home run this season with a .286 average, 4 RBI. That pitch misses outside, 1-0. So far, Oakland's pitcher has faced the minimum of Toronto Blue Jays. That one misses as well, but falling behind these last couple of batters. That one will be hit to the shortstop, who slides and flips over to first. Nice strong throw. Kind of a cool camera angle there. That'll bring in Juan Uribe. Fouled that one away. That one is hit, third baseman. Puts him away. So we will head to the bottom of the third. Toronto has done absolutely nothing. No runs, no hits. All my favorite. Yes, I love when he takes off the hat to reveal another hat. Oakland with just one hit. Toronto had the error in the second. That pitch in for a strike, 0-1. See what Oakland can do before we head to the extra frames. Thought about swinging, but did not go. That pitch is low. Flattens out the count at 1-1. That is jammed over to third base. He missed it! Okay, I guess you just never know with that animation. I guess most of the time it does they do make the catch, but something about that third base side seemed to throw him off a little bit. Didn't matter. Only took one extra pitch rolled over to get the out. Jacoby Ellsbury. That is hit foul up the third base line. Horrible. That pitch misses inside. That'll be hit to the shortstop, makes the play. And a nice grab by the first baseman on the hop. That'll be 2 away, so neither offense can really get going here. And that'll bring in Vlad Guerrero. No home runs on the season, but a pretty good looking average. That pitch misses low. Good eye by Vlad. That'll be 1-0. Fouls that one away. Trying to change the eye level. Did seem to get the better of him. That pitch stays inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. That is is rolled foul. Ooh, we thought about going. Catcher does a good job to corral it. Not that it really matters. Brings the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Vlad to first base. It's caught on the fly. So Damon, Ethier, and Cabrera. Toronto still hitless as we head to the top of the fourth. We're in extras, everybody. A couple of offenses that just can't do anything. A couple of good pitchers. Starters. That pitch misses inside. That is hit well out to right field. There's the first hit of the afternoon. Or evening here for the Blue Jays. It's Johnny Damon, single out to right. Guess it just took getting to the second time through the order. That pitch misses low. That pitch gets the corner for a strike. Swung on and missed it. A pitch outside the zone. And that pitch misses outside. Two and two, nobody out, one on. As the Packers-Eagles game is about to end. That's outside. So it'll be 1st and 10 Green Bay, it looks like, from the Green Bay 35. That one's fouled away.
That ball's foul.
Green Bay with no timeouts, 27 seconds. They need 30 yards probably. That is hit well into left field. They will work station to station. As that moves Johnny Damon up to second. We'll have a meeting at the mound to try and settle him down. Maybe just bring in a reliever straight away. Looks like it's actually going to be 20 seconds. I don't know what's happening. They will go to the bullpen. They'll bring in a lefty. It's going to be Will Omen. Omen? Okay, Will Omen. 4 games, a 1-0 record. A nice looking 2.25 ERA with 4 innings pitched. 1-4. What's the walks, strikeouts? Yeah. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Oh boy, they took a shot. That's a bold to throw it down the middle when you don't have any timeouts. But I guess if you clock it and can get the field goal. Don't know that they would have been able to because it's down to 5. Packers cannot seem to get past the Eagles as that one's fouled away. That is hit well out to left. This is going to score one, maybe a two. That'll hit the wall. The left fielder picks it up. They will just get the one-run double. And it'll be 1-0 Blue Jays here in the top of the fourth. So David Ortiz is going to step in here, a 158 average. He's 0 for 1 today. He has a couple RBI so far. That pitch stays outside. Looks like Philadelphia called their last time out. So 1-0 from the lefty. Ortiz puts a charge into this one into center. That'll be caught. Center fielder not going to have enough arm to get it to home plate, so it'll be a sac fly for David Ortiz, which I think he would take in the top of the fourth, pushing the lead to 2-0 and advancing the runner to third, so still a runner in scoring position. That one will get to the third baseman. He'll fire home. It's late. He's safe. I think that's an okay play. It wasn't hit particularly hard as it's rolled over. Third baseman makes a good dive at it. It's just that the runner at third was just quick. Not bad at all. I'm okay with that decision. You still have double play. You still have the double play to work with. He's going to finish 10-7. They got into Philadelphia territory, but couldn't do anything with it. So the Eagles have beaten the Packers in Brazil in the playoffs, and now in Green Bay. So this one is going to be... Oh, is he going to be able to get back in time? Oh, he did. He did get back. He was way out there. That was a surprisingly exciting play because they put the hit and run on, but then the batter got way too far under it and just skied it to first. That is hit well out to right. The ball does not seem to have a ton of carry. It's 3-0. Toronto picks up all 4 of their hits in the fourth inning. They score 3 runs, and it's now up to Oakland. Youkilis Lind and Hideki Matsui coming to the plate to try and keep this game alive for the Athletics. That pitch is in for a strike inside corner. That is crushed. Okay, so Youkilis cuts into it. It's a solo shot to make it 3-1. That pitch is inside, ball 1. All right, 10-7 is your final. That's a bummer. Oh, McManus missed a field goal. McManus missed a field goal, and the Packers lost by 3. Darn. Adam Lind takes that pitch high. Lines and fires. Lind strikes out for out number 1. So an exciting start. Youkilis gets the solo shot, followed by a strikeout. See if Matsui can get something to go with here. It just takes a bloop and a blast to tie this game back up. There is your bloop. It's a good diving effort from the second baseman, as the first baseman goes to cover. He has 1 home run on the season with an 0.71 average. Is that home run his lone hit? That is hit out to left. Oh, he had him just late on it. Maybe tried to do a little too much on it. But it's 2 down. Clint Barmas. The last hope for the Athletics, who have the tying run at the plate. He lines that out to center field. That's going to get down. He's going to do the tumble animation, and they're going to send him all the way around. It's going to be an RBI double safe at the plate. That tumble animation has been bad for 15 years, apparently. Brutal. So the tying run now on second. Winning run at the plate. In for a strike. Low in the zone. That one's fouled away. A little too excited. That was pretty... Oh, 0-2. Crowd has come to life here. Talking to the pitcher. Hey, you need 1 good pitch, 1 strike. That one's outside for a ball. Two and two. 2 out in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on second, down by 1. It is popped into foul territory. The first baseman chases and makes the out. That'll do it. Oh, Oakland. If only your stadium wasn't so flippin' ugly and had so much foul territory. Tough way to lose. I mean, it makes you really appreciate that the third baseman tried to get the out at home, because that's, if they can cut down that run at the plate, it's a 2-2 game. Instead, it's a tie. You're heading to the 5th. But it was a safe run. The Athletics, unfortunately, fall in this one. 3-2, your final. But they did do a good job to at least make an effort out of it, I suppose. Miguel Cabrera, 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Your player of the game today. Matt Garza gets the win. He improves to 2-1. Scott Baker falls to 0-2 with a loss. Youkilis, his first home run of the season. And that will do it. You know what? That was a nice, tidy little MLB The Show stream. This is about the length that I would like them to go. It's a little disheartening when there's an extra, 50 minutes tacked on top of it. When 3 games go to extras. Let's go ahead and sim to date. Let's view the games. Okay. We kind of got stuck with like this trio right here that we played. So, the Giants pick up a victory in Philadelphia 3-0. The Reds beat the Brewers 5-4. Twins, they take out the White Sox 1-0. Cubs over the Astros 4-1. The Blue Jays beat the Athletics, as we saw, 3-2 at extras. Rockies over the Padres 1-0. And the Mariners take out the Rangers 2-0. So that will be your scores for the day. We will save the game as we bid you good night here on youtube.com/OnTheSourceTracks. Thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. If you're hanging out, you're watching, lurking, chatting, whatever you're doing, I appreciate you spending part of your evening with me. We'll be back tomorrow. 4 more games of baseball here in MLB 11 The Show. Wednesday, we have Dispatch for you, the 2-episode finale. I'm very excited about that. Thursday, Friday, we'll be back in baseball. And then Saturday, content might be switching up to a mini season rather than a game of the week. So if you want to watch that, check that out. You can check out the stream. That'll be basically the video that goes up on Saturday. It'll just be kind of smushed down a little bit because it is a little long-winded in the front. So there you go. Thanks so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. We are saved. We are ready to roll for another day of action tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I appreciate you hanging out. Good sports. Go baseball. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.